Good day. There are 11 top headlines today. Here's the details.
First headline: U.S. military can't arrest me on Nigerian soil. Sheikh Gumi dismisses reports of arrest. Islamic cleric Sheikh Ahmed Gumi has publicly dismissed viral social media reports claiming he was arrested and taken into custody by United States military personnel in Nigeria, calling them false, illogical, and digitally fabricated. He said the widely circulated image purporting to show him being apprehended by U.S. troops was AI-generated and insisted he has not been arrested or detained at any location in Nigeria. Gumi argued that the U.S. military has no authority to arrest him on Nigerian soil and reaffirmed that he remains free, urging the public not to believe the misinformation spreading online.
Second headline: 77 years after, court orders UK to pay £420 million compensation to families of 1949 coal mine victims. A Nigerian Enugu State High Court has ordered the British government to pay £420 million, about $572 million, in compensation to the families of 21 coal miners killed by colonial security forces at the Iva Valley coal mine in Enugu in 1949. The miners were protesting harsh working conditions, low pay, and unpaid wages when police opened fire, killing 21 and injuring many others. Presiding Judge Anthony Onovo ruled the killings were unlawful and a violation of the right to life, and said each family should receive £20 million, with the UK also expected to issue a formal apology. The British government says it has not yet been officially notified of the judgment and has declined to comment.
Third headline: JOHESU suspends 84-day-old strike after agreement with Nigerian government. The Joint Health Sector Unions, JOHESU, has suspended its 84-day nationwide strike after reaching an agreement with the federal government following an emergency conciliation meeting convened by the Ministry of Labor and Employment. The union, which had walked out of work across public health facilities since 15 November 2025 over the government's failure to implement adjustments to the Consolidated Health Salary Structure, or CONHES, and other welfare concerns, said the suspension will allow the implementation of agreed terms of settlement. In the communiqué signed by JOHESU leadership, the government reportedly agreed to begin collective bargaining negotiations, withdraw the No Work, No Pay directive, and pay outstanding January 2026 salaries while ensuring no member is victimized for striking. JOHESU then directed all its members in federal and state health institutions to resume work immediately after the decision.
Fourth headline: Islamabad, suicide bomber strikes mosque, dozens of worshippers dead, injured. A suicide bomber attacked the Khadija Tul Kubra Shia Mosque on the outskirts of Islamabad, Pakistan, during Friday prayers, killing at least 31 people and injuring around 169 others as worshippers were gathered for Jummah. The attacker reportedly opened fire at the mosque's gates before detonating explosives among the crowd, causing chaos, bodies, and critically wounded victims to be rushed to hospitals. The blast was one of the deadliest in the capital in over a decade, and the Islamic State Pakistan province affiliate claimed responsibility. Pakistani authorities condemned the atrocity, arrested suspects linked to the attack, and vowed to hold those responsible to account amid heightened fears over sectarian violence.
Fifth headline: Imo, Lagos lead in $8.61 billion lost to fraudulent projects in Nigeria, report reveals. A civil society group, Budget, says its latest TRACA report has uncovered 92 fraudulent government projects out of 2,760 reviewed across 28 states,
with irregularities including diversion of funds, relocation of projects, payments for work already done, partial delivery, and substandard execution. The fraudulent projects, which represent about $8.61 billion lost, were led by Imo State, 17.43%, and Lagos State, 12.73%, followed by Kwara, Abia, and Ogun, accounting for 57.1% of all fraudulently delivered projects in the period under review. Budget's findings highlight persistent weaknesses in project supervision, transparency, and procurement oversight, reigniting debate over accountability in public spending.
Sixth headline: Actress Etinosa Idemudia recounts ordeal with ex-husband, thanks Mercy Johnson for timely help. Nigerian actress Etinosa Idemudia has revealed that after she spoke about abuse in a past relationship during a media interview, her ex-husband allegedly began threatening her life, prompting her to appeal for help on social media. She said the interview comments were taken out of context and sparked intense backlash from him, making her feel unsafe. Etinosa explained that several people reached out, but fellow actress Mercy Johnson intervened, leveraging her connections to escalate the situation to authorities, including the Chief of Naval Staff, which eventually helped stop the threats and brought her relief.
Seventh headline: If America disrespectfully enters Nigeria, we will fight and defeat them. Asari-Dokubo blows hot again. Former Niger Delta militant leader Mujahid Asari-Dokubo shared a video on social media warning that if the United States were to disrespectfully or forcefully enter Nigeria, he would mobilize his supporters and a standby army to resist and defeat any such intervention. Reacting to the arrival of a small team of U.S. military personnel in the country, he dismissed fears of an invasion, but said that a disrespectful incursion would be met with force, asserting that American troops would not leave alive if they attacked. The fiery remarks reflect his long-standing skepticism of foreign military involvement in Nigeria's security affairs.
Eighth headline: NCC NDPC sign MOU to advance data protection in Nigeria's telecom sector. The Nigerian Communications Commission, NCC, and the Nigeria Data Protection Commission, NDPC, have signed a Memorandum of Understanding, MOU, to strengthen data privacy and protection in Nigeria's telecom industry amid rapid digital growth. The agreement, signed on 5 February 2026 at the NCC headquarters in Abuja, establishes a framework for regulatory cooperation, improved data governance, and enforcement of data protection laws across telecom networks, helping safeguard citizens' personal information as digitization and technologies like artificial intelligence expand. Speaking at the ceremony, NCC's Executive Vice Chairman, Dr. Aminu Maida, said data protection has become central to the future of communications and public trust, while NDPC's National Commissioner, Dr. Vincent Olatunji, stressed that collaboration rather than isolated action is vital for effective implementation of privacy safeguards under Nigeria's data protection regime.
Ninth headline: PDP National Secretariat to be reopened on Monday. Anyanwu. Senator Samuel Anyanwu, acting National Secretary of the People's Democratic Party faction loyal to FCT Minister Nyesom Wike, said the party's National Secretariat at Wadata Plaza in Abuja, which has been sealed by police since a violent leadership clash in November 2025, will be reopened on Monday after the rival faction's court bid to force its opening was dismissed.
And Yanwu insisted there is no faction in the PDP and that the National Caretaker Committee, led by Abdul Rahman Mohammed, remains the legitimate leadership, saying members are pleased that normalcy is returning ahead of upcoming elections. However, the other faction, led by Tanimu Turaki, has warned against any forced entry, saying the matter is still before the courts and urging police to respect legal processes.
10th headline: Electoral Act. SDP accuses Senate of undermining electoral reforms. The Social Democratic Party, SDP, has accused the Nigerian Senate of undermining electoral reforms by resisting the inclusion of mandatory real-time electronic transmission of election results in the amended Electoral Act passed this week. SDP's National Publicity Secretary, Araba Ayengba, said Nigerians overwhelmingly demanded such technology during nationwide public hearings on the bill because tools like BVAS and the INEC Result Viewing Portal are crucial for transparency, reducing errors, and limiting manipulation. He criticized what he described as resistance from the Senate leadership and warned that weakening provisions for electronic transmission could jeopardize the credibility of the 2027 general elections, urging lawmakers to provide clear legal backing for e-transmission to strengthen democratic processes.
11th headline: Gunmen in northern Nigeria kill 3 villagers and kidnap 11, including a Catholic priest. Here's the 1-minute news detail on the incident in northern Nigeria. Gunmen attacked a village in the Karu local government area of Kaduna State just before dawn, killing 3 villagers and abducting 11 others, including a Catholic priest, church officials said. The assailants struck around 3 a.m., targeting the priest's residence in what the Catholic Diocese of Kafanchan described as an invasion by terrorists. The violence is part of a broader pattern of armed attacks in Nigeria's northwest, where criminal gangs and extremists have increasingly carried out killings and kidnappings. In separate incidents this year, large numbers of Christians were abducted from churches in Kaduna before being released, and deadly extremist attacks have occurred in other states, underscoring ongoing security challenges in the region.
That wraps up today's news. If you found this update useful, please like the video, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to our channel for accurate and timely news. Don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss an update.